All throughout history, there has been gender inequity in the work field, especially in consideration of the number of women compared to men in the fields of computer science, math, engineering, technology, and more. This can be due to the lack of exposure during adolescence to experiences and toys that enhance and stimulate the brain in thinking imaginatively. The stereotype that all young girls like the color pink, play with Barbies, dolls, stuffed animals, Crickets, and play dress up compared to the stereotype that all young boys like cars, trucks, action figures, computer and video game, and sports have led society and the market industry to gear toys and interests to be very gender specific. Ultimately, these differences in exposure have had an impact on women to either never consider entering the STEM field or to not be interested in it very much. To obtain information and data on this topic, I conducted 3 interviews with girls who I randomly picked at one of McMahon Hall's hangout events.
Pre-nursing.
I kind of want to do pediatric physical therapy.
Thinking my intended major is English.
Age, my dad was an engineer, so I grew up being exposed to everything that he talked about.
I had to take them in, I think, like high school, but it was mostly required, and I didn't really like it that much.
I mainly play with Polly Pockets and Barbies and baby dolls, as well as sports like soccer and basketball.
I got a lot of stuffed animals, and I played with like dolls and like Bratz dolls, Polly Pockets, Barbies, stuff like that.
I think I mostly played with like dolls. Like I had some American Girl dolls. That was mostly it.
Probably, I feel like I would be more directed into computer science or engineering or something creative.
Probably, I don't know, I might do engineering or something, or find it more interesting than I do like right now.
It's possible, but I'm not exactly sure.
As exemplified through these interview responses and the Lego Friends YouTube video we watched in class, the exposure of toys that develop memory and design tools have paved the path for more boys and girls to become interested in engineering and computer science. Although one of the girls I interviewed was exposed to engineering because of her father's career, she had a lack of exposure to mechanical toys, which helps stimulate the brain through hands-on activity. This absence can be seen as one of the reasons she does not have a huge interest in the STEM field today. Moreover, the Lego City box that is blue features jobs like firefighters, construction, police, and the spaceport, whereas the Lego Friends box, geared towards girls with the purple packaging, features cooking, gardening, baking, and hairstyling activities. These stereotypes are representative of society, and this combines girls and women to think limitedly and to perceive their jobs as less in value. This provokes the idea that women cannot do as much as men can do, which is apparent through Marciano's book, Barbie, I Can Be a Computer Engineer. The stereotype that girls need the help of boys and can only contribute to things undermines their ability and hinders them from venturing out of their comfort zone and into fields like computer science.
I feel like they would be pretty introverted as well as hard workers and very studious kinds of students.
I think like computer programming and like codes and stuff, and it's pretty boring.
Definitely like nerdy and geeky and someone who studies a lot.
Yes, because I feel like I'm more social than most of those students would be, and I feel like I wouldn't fit in with them.
You wouldn't want to be them. I mean, I don't know. Geek kind of sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, because I like mainly see them as people who study all the time, and I'm not super into like computers, so I don't think I would really fit in with them.
This lack of exposure in what STEM fields are truly about ultimately causes women to have a common stereotypical view of computer science, engineering, and math students as geeks, which leads them to stray away from exploring the STEM field. Similarly to what is stated in the Geek Mythology article by Margolis and Fisher, a distress in differences is apparent in even women who are not in these fields because of how they feel as if they would not relate and are not as passionate as those who are in the major. Lastly, I chose this topic because as a child, I personally played with the stereotypical toys that girls like, and I wondered whether exposure to different computers or different games like Legos that were geared for guys might have sparked interest in me to explore the STEM major.